Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. Today is a particularly awesome day because we are releasing not one, but two videos. Directly after this video, we are going to be premiering an interview with Jinjer, with both Tatiana and Eugene. So that's going to be a ton of fun. I haven't interviewed them yet. I don't know what they're going to say. Hopefully it's super awesome, but I have no doubts, really. I'm hoping that I'll even get to ask some questions that this video might bring up. So right now, we're going to be listening to Vortex. This just released in June, and I haven't heard it yet. It's going to be my first time hearing it, and they've described it as their most aggressive album so far to date. I'm curious what that's going to sound like because Jinjer already sounded very aggressive to me, so very excited. Additionally, I took a look at the lyrics ahead of time. I was really digging the depth and the layers that were in there. They had a lot of complexity, but also just some beautiful imagery at the same time. I'm really curious what's going to happen when they translate those lyrics into music. Let's get to it. Oh, beautiful setting.
Like a lunatic, frantic. The man in the room looks so dramatic with a latitude on his right foot. The spiral traffic feels too dramatic. Too dramatic. Quiet. The man is walking around. Where's the way out he never found? And inside there's a moment of land. It's rolling and robbing a oh, how heavy is the fall?
Ooh, there's a lot to digest here in this first minute already. I'm going to go back to the beginning and listen to some more. I was trying to get a bit of a sense of it. The drummer, I'm really digging a lot of the different fills he's doing. It feels very intricate. Like the different sounds he's pulling out of it. And the way that there's almost this ebb and flow that I'm sensing right away. It was fun. I thought, oh, is Jinjer going to go into her growls right away after that first verse? And she didn't. Instead, she expanded to this belt with even more layering. And I really liked that approach to expanding her vocal there first. Let's go back to the beginning here. There were a couple other interesting things that she did vocally I want to point out. Oh, yeah. I like the dark grittiness of it right here.
Like a lunatic, frantic.
So immediately, frantic, she really leaned into both the R and the N of frantic, which it's a very specific thing to do. Most people, if they were just going for like the standard training, they'd say frantic and actually linger a lot more on the vowel. And she's chosen here to linger on both of the consonants on the other side. I think that's a cool choice. It's definitely different, not what I would have expected.
Like a lunatic, frantic. The man in the room looks so dramatic with a latitude on his right foot.
Another thing that's interesting, there's two things that, again, that's cool. I feel like the production on her vocals has improved even more. That's cool. I love the lighter harmony that we're hearing here. I feel it's very, very tasteful, adds a little bit, but is not too much yet. It doesn't give anything away. And it's interesting to hear almost like a pressed vocal sound just towards the end, not anything that would like do damage. Like it's not like, oh no, she's pressing her vocal. It's more, she's pressing just a tiny bit to get additional crescendo, an additional bit of volume at the end of some words. So at the end of tick, frantic, I think So Dramatic might have had it too. Foot had it. Let's go back. Let's check it out.
Like a lunatic, frantic.
Right there.
The man in the room looks so dramatic with a latch on his right foot.
There.
The spiral.
And she even, right there, you can tell she opens her mouth a little bit too as it's going into the end of this note. It's like a sudden surge into the end. And that's a cool styling to me. I'm really curious if that's something I haven't picked up on before, if that's been around for a while. I like it, and I feel like it brings a very interesting ebb and flow to the piece as well.
The man in the room looks so dramatic with a latch on his right foot. The spiral traffic feels too dramatic. Too dramatic. Quiet. The man is wandering around. Where's the way out he's never found? And inside, there's a ball little land. It's rolling and robbing a parquet.
Fun parquet, yeah. You know, it's not just a parquet, it's a parquet, yeah. I like the way she played with that. So ironic that on the word quiet, it suddenly gets much louder. I feel that was a fun, contrasting choice. Additionally, Tatiana really has a lot of, she's gotten more snarl and like a piercy laserness. There you go. Those are very technical terms. She basically has more twang, which is a technical term. Thank you. She's got more twang that she's pulling into that upper belt right now, which is helpful for getting it to be even more carry, even more aggressive, have, it pierces through in a great way. I feel like it really works. And then having her layered and doing that works even better.
Oh, how heavy is the ball? It bends its spine to the very ground. Neither his nor another, enormous ludicrous. Oh, how heavy is his thought?
Oh.
In a half an hour or so, it crushed the floor and smashed the
Back. That was cool.
it crushed the floor and smashed the
I liked that transition into that scream a ton. A ton. I'm curious how she makes that particular scream. I feel like that might be more of an arytenoids cartilage scream, but I'm not exactly sure. I've been doing a lot more reading and looking at as much research as I can get my hands on about harsh vocals. So that particular one, I'll have to ask her. I wonder if she feels that higher in her throat or slightly lower. I'm very, very curious. But when you have a higher pitched scream like that, often it is going to be one that's created at a higher point of constriction in the throat. Definitely not your regular vocal folds. Those should not be going wacka, wacka, wacka during that kind of high-pitched scream. It's very nice, the transition into that and the way it very seamlessly went into that scream. Oh, back a little more.
It crushed the floor and smashed the
Whoa, nice breath control of that scream too. Typically there can be more air that is escaping during a scream like this. So I loved that breath control. It sounded great. And it also sounded like she got a lot more frequency layers in that. So I don't know if maybe she was like dipping into those false folds a little bit more there. This is cool. It had both depth and height in that sound. Very, very cool. I am very much digging the groove of this song. Something about Jinjer has always felt a little groovy to me. They have just a sort of, I think it's part of the synchronicity, how well the band is synchronized together, that makes this groove always apparent in their music. But it also really strikes me here that it feels sometimes like it's just in 4/4, but the way that they're accenting different beats and leaning into different beats continuously almost makes the sound feel like it doesn't have a time signature at times. And that's a combination of both Eugene and drummer. I think this is a new drummer, question mark. And the way they're leaning into different beats helps that time signature sort of become more fluid. So I lose track of time. And if I think about how I'm perceiving this music video and what they're offering up so far, and even the name Vortex, I feel like that might be very intentional in the designing of the music, that maybe we're supposed to feel like it gets a little bit circular, a little bit lost. I love seeing this distorted image and things floating around in the room. It feels like we're about to have, or maybe we're at the center of a hurricane or, a tornado, who knows. But I just wanted to mention, like, this experience of rhythm and groove in this band. It's interesting to have such a clear feeling of a beat and of rhythm, but at the same time, not have as clear of a feeling of a time signature. It's fascinating to me. Let's go back. Oh man, that gave me goosebumps. Whoa. Her growls here are really fantastic. I think that's a false fold kind of growl, but again, it's hard to tell. There is some research done that basically showed that metal singers and rock singers will approach a growl and think that they're making it in the same way, but one will be using the false folds or the ventricular folds, and another one will be using the aryepiglottic folds. And so, there's definitely some debate about what a person is using, but some people have a very clear sensation of that as well. So I'm really curious what she's feeling, and I will definitely ask about that. I just think it's so fascinating to understand, like, there are different places along here that you can make distortion. There's tons of different places. Just don't do it with your two vocal folds, please. Don't damage yourself. Leave those open and let the other constrictors do the work. I'm going to go back because I just want to delight in the sound of those really low growls. Wow. I still think she would make the most amazing video game boss monster. Like, if I were directing a game right now and I had a boss monster, I would go to Tati and I'd say, please just make big growls, yell like all of the whatever the prompts are, please yell them in your best deep growl, because that would be perfect and terrifying in a video game. So good.
Like a feather, I travel down this part of the skies. One more look through a beam where stars rise. Like a feather, I travel down this part of the skies. Falling deeper than it is. All stars rise.
And so in this part, Tatiana is singing essentially half steps and then sliding right afterwards. And half steps are already creepy on their own, but the slide makes it even more creepy and creates more of a sense of disorientation to me. Slides always, they make me shiver a little bit. And I think it's so awesome that they're pairing with her harsh vocal as well. Really, really, really cool effect. I love it in these headphones too. I feel like the imaging is really, really clear. Oh, man, and the way that it's starting to look like destruction within this cool library scene, that's also awesome. No, going back, I wanted to catch some more of that. Oh, cool transition. Oh. Whoa. Oh my gosh, this imaging is so amazing with the screams. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my gosh. I feel like this was so brilliant to do this like black hole nebula that's wow. I can't Oh, was that the end? Oh my gosh, this song rocks. I thought for a moment that maybe we had the end and a sign off afterwards, and instead we've been taken inside this vortex. Wow. Whoever did the direction for this music video, it's just pure brilliance. I'm loving it. Okay, I want to come back. We're actually gonna go all the way back to here because I felt like there were a few other things I wanted to point out in the music, but I'm really just waiting for that moment when we go inside the vortex. It's so good. There's something about her voice that makes me think Gwen Stefani. I don't know what it is. Like a little bit of no doubt in there. I dig that. It's got sass, it's got attitude, it's forward in placement, but then like I don't understand how to take Gwen Stefani and then add this layer of terrifying video game boss monster at the same time. It's like Hades or something. That was a really cool video game, by the way. Oof, man. But anyhow, I respect so much what she's doing, and also just respect what the band is doing. They are so in sync, and I feel like this is such an adventure in the song. Okay, the really exciting part. Let's go into the vortex. Just delightful. Feels like she's drawing us in. I want to know what vowels she was thinking there. It almost sounded like she had an R coloration at the end of that one. Normally, if you're going to be going for a lower, deeper sound when you're screaming, you're going to elongate your lips a little bit more. You're going to try and think about having a longer vocal tract in general. That just helps to enhance lower frequencies overall. So, I wonder if it was like an or ooh sound and then that happened at the end as well. Very interesting. One more time. Oh man, that's just got to be one of my favorite visualizations in a music video. Wow. Yeah, I think there's an art coloration. Oh, it's terrifying. That was it. Oh, cool. So, I think that my dream is coming true, but I'm gonna check it again. I need to make sure. I still think that sometimes really low harsh vocals sound a little bit like controlled burping, just a little bit. But I am positive of it now. That creature at the end definitely looked like it was going to be a video game boss monster. And it matched. It worked. I was like, yes, post-apocalyptic. We could take that creature and put it in a game. It would be brilliant. Yeah, let's do it. I think that is my new favorite Jinjer song. I've liked a lot of the stuff before, but this one felt like had more continuity in a lot of ways. I felt like our transitions into various places were better. The band sounded great. I think her vocals have somehow improved even more. The growls sound like they have more layers to them. And her clean singing sounds better too. I definitely was hearing what sounded like more strength on the top, which is normal. If you're practicing every day, you're going to get better. And they've been on enough tours and done enough music videos at this point. I can't imagine that they wouldn't continue to improve, which is really exciting when you think about where they're going to be 10 years from now and what kind of amazing music they're going to be putting out. I think they're definitely a band to keep watching. Man, the music video direction was on point. It's not very often that I just feel like this music video totally slayed it. And often I think, oh, the music video is good, but not wow, super wow factor. And that's because I love music and voice more than I love videos. So the wow factor of the video for me was on par of the wow factor of the voice, which is crazy. I loved it. I loved that direction. So if you guys want to stay tuned after this, you're going to hear me ask Tatiana some of those questions. I'm also going to be asking Eugene questions about the band in general and where they might be going. So definitely stay tuned for that. Check out our premiere, which is going to be starting right after this video finishes. And I also suggest that you stay tuned for our party tomorrow. We recently reached 500K subscribers. It's very exciting. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tomorrow we are throwing a huge party. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be games to play. We're going to be releasing videos. I know, it's going to be fun. And it's also our big release of merch. You guys have been asking for it, I think since 100K or maybe before. So we are finally releasing merch tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific time here on YouTube, live streamed. I hope you will join me there. And you can also join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, Arizona time, 8 a.m., right here on YouTube for live premieres. There's a chat room. It's super awesome and fun to get to know you all. I hope I'll see you there or at one of the parties or maybe in just a moment at our interview. Thanks so much for joining.